Good morning, it's William here in Thailand, and I'm in a very empty house because we just moved in, and it probably makes it like really echoey. And if I sing in here, Alfredo mio, yeah, it's a great place for singing actually. My music room, it's at the back of the house, and it has well, we have these neighbors next door, and they have like parrots in a cage. So if you hear any kind of like singing and chirping, that's probably what it is. I just want to remind everybody, please subscribe, because my channel needs subscribers. The video is available with captions in 10 languages. I am going to look at Ogni, Pietra, sung by DIMASH in a live performance. Now, live performances are very different to studio performances, as you know. And I did a lot of studio performances over my career, also a lot of live. And one of the things which comes up over and over is how different do you sing the song when you sing it on stage? I can think of a lot of singers who modified their performances when they came to singing live on stage. For example, Freddie Mercury. I worked with his producer quite a bit, Mike Moran, and he took a long time in the studio to get something exactly as he wanted it. But when it came to the performance, he sometimes sang things down an octave, or he just modified the tune because he didn't necessarily have those notes all the time. Especially when you're doing rock gigs and you're singing to 70,000 people. And that brings in another point, is when you sing to lots and lots of people to a bigger place, you tend, just because you get excited, you tend to oversing. I happen to know for a fact that DIMASH is too clever for that. The last thing you want with a song like this is to push, because you won't get to the end. I love this song.
Ogni pietra ed ogni fior, terra nostra è fatta per amor. Siamo figli suoi, poeti ed eroi. La vita nasceva e non si fermerà. Sei forte stai, e non aver paura. Sei forte stai, tu sei più forte dei tuoi guai. E ogni città, e generoso cuore, raggiungilo, abbraccialo.
See how it's very much in his middle baritone register, and how excellently he sings in that range with a very relaxed mouth position. Very slightly lifted at the back of his soft palate. So he gets a round sound, but he doesn't push it, and there's no hard edge to that sound. It's modified, the vowels are modified nicely to all match up each other very well. Okay, we're going into that higher section now, but you see what he did there? He lifted it just pie, the pie. That is fantastic technique. That is a great example of him lifting and going back a bit and getting the slightly lower larynx in order to access the next part. So we're seeing masterful technique here because he's hearing himself and because he knows his voice so well. Let's go on. Now it's here, right? He's not singing falsetto, and I think it's really important to point that out, that this is not a falsetto voice. Because a falsetto voice doesn't sound that rounded and that full. A falsetto voice sounds like, oh, but he has mixed, he's got head voice, which he has naturally a soprano voice, probably from when he was a little boy, and then he has the connection of the grown-up voice, and that connection feels like it comes from here. So you see what I mean? He's connecting with those muscles which make sure that it doesn't just go into a light, thin sound, and it matches. That is why people love DIMASH, because not only does he do another few notes more than you think he can, but we know the song. So I remember when I first heard it, I thought, is he really going up? But you see how he makes the space back here. I'm not singing those notes, so don't turn down your volume. In there, right? I said I wasn't going to sing. So, is that the right octave or is it an octave higher? I don't know. So, it's actually very, very classical music technique, what he does. But what I love is that with his eyes, he has this way of holding the mood or the narrative. Or let's just say he focuses and concentrates. So, when he's singing very high, it still feels very masculine and very like a warrior going to battle, you know? He's like, follow me, guys. I'm in charge. I know what I'm doing. You could do a lot worse than following DIMASH. And that is very charismatic. He's doing that.
E non aver paura, se forte stai, tu sei più forte dei tuoi guai, e non città, e generoso cuore, raggiungilo, abbracciai, non
He takes his in-ear monitors out like this because he can hear the crowd giving him so much applause. And the reason I said that is because he takes them out just as like I'm doing now. I have a different feeling in the room. I hear the room better, right? But when I have my headphones in, I don't. I hear it's muffled, and also so he's controlling what he's hearing, and that is really, really important. This is DIMASH, and this is why I'm so glad to watch this live performance of a song that I've already reviewed and looked at in the studio. So because I just think it's wonderful how close it is. In fact, it resembles it almost exactly what he can record. I mean, he probably records these songs in like a couple of takes. So just on that last part, you can just see this is where he opens up to the final extension, and it is actually going up, and he's physically supporting it with this, with a lot of breath and a lot of support at the back. And then, final thing, he's not pushing. He's saying, this is my voice. I'm so glad I watched that, and thanks for watching through to the end if you did. And don't forget to subscribe. I hope I wasn't too sweaty, because it's very hot today and I can't open the windows because of the parrots. See you soon. Bye.